Dermot, hey,
Hey,
congratulations for the third and final season of Hannah. I don't know why this has to end. I was starting to like Carmichael.
no. Well, great. That's fantastic. Thank you, Gig, for having me on. It is an accomplishment, more so for the writer than the actor necessarily, to actually feel some empathy for this guy at the end of this third season. So that is a real challenge to have him come or sort of be revealed as the bad guy in season 2, and then be the bad guy who's being forced to work against his own program in season 3, and then to have all hell break loose makes it a really fun ride.
I mean, that kind of begs the question, isn't it? Can we trust John Carmichael? Can we not trust him? I mean, whose side is he on? He's a villain. He's not a villain. You know, that's a thing you have to play around with.
Well, the thing I decided, and David Farr and I decided with our directors, is that Carmichael's on Carmichael's side, especially here in the third season, when his situation gets more desperate. So that you see a person who's kind of self-contained, and maybe in season 2, you learn that he's running this for reasons that he believes in. The future of his country is being protected by the Utrax program. We developed these assassins. Now season 3, it's time to send them out in the world and eliminate any threat to our country's well-being. But now I'm being asked to take my own program apart and bring it down. They bring in even a bigger boss. Ray Liotta comes on the show this year to be the chairman of Utrax, who really designed the thing. So then I'm being used and brutalized and chased down. And Carmichael has to do anything he can to save his own skin. He'll lie like nobody's ever. He's a better liar than anyone you see. But that stops working in this series, and he's got to get hands-on.
How did you like the fact with this final season they give you a whole lot more action sequences to play around with?
Well, I think that's a wonderful development, and everything we did in season 2 led to this, knowing that it would come to its final climax here. So, yeah, they all but drag him out of his office, and then he's out on the streets fighting for his own survival. Really satisfying for me to get involved in some of the action. And like I said, he doesn't pull any punches. He gets really brutal and vicious in a way that you wouldn't have seen coming maybe if we'd ended after season 2. But his circumstances changed so drastically, and he's just... I think everybody in this series, there's more action, there are more plot twists, but everybody kind of finds their animal core. And certainly Hannah, because she literally is part animal. But then you see Marissa Wiegler and Carmichael really having to go feral as well. It's really fun to watch.
Who is Carmichael more afraid of, Marissa or Gordon Evans for season 3?
I don't know. You do see Carmichael pretty much just in a state of desperate fear by toward the later part of this season. There's definitely a history, not completely defined, with both of those characters. But for me as the actor to learn that I have somebody over me, especially in the form of Ray Liotta, was a fantastic reveal, and it just tightened up what Carmichael's conflicts were. It just made it more and more desperate. So, yeah, I don't think he trusts anybody, and thankfully, they don't really trust him either, so there's a lot of intrigue in that.
Well, one more thing with you, Dermot. Do you enjoy playing these type of villains? I mean, I have to admit, I enjoy you playing anything, but what especially about these villains that delight you?
Well, in truth, I did put a lot of time in not being a villain, so that's been fantastic, and I don't always play the villain now, but when I do, I must admit, it is a little juicy. And this was really special, though, because, first of all, I was added season 2 to an already hit show on Amazon Prime, so that's just, that you can't even quantify that. Just incredible. Blessed to have this role. but then to have it sort of slowly develop and just continuing to provide me more challenges in how to play him. Maybe less information is the challenge. Maybe something that I never even knew about the character is the challenge. But it just made it so fascinating to work on with these great actors. Mireille Enos, Esmé Creed-Miles finishes Hanna's storyline this season in a way that will be mind-blowing and maybe heartbreaking. So it's really, we're really proud of finishing up this story this way.
No, I do agree. It's quite an enjoyment to watch you on screen, and this is going to be one explosive conclusion. But thank you very much for speaking to us about this.
Thank you, Gig. I sure appreciate it.